Welcome to Fletch Flips, all you crazy awesome people. Glad you stopped by. If you've been here before, welcome back and thank you. If you're new, I think you're going to enjoy it. We got some great stuff in this video for you. So let's take a look at what we have. And we added a new section in this week's video. Bolo time. You're going to want to see it. It's great stuff. Well, let's get the small stuff out of the way. First of all, vacuum cleaner stuff. As you probably know, if you've watched any of our videos, we sell a lot of vacuum cleaner parts. We buy them, we tear them apart, clean them up, and sell them, and they sell well. We sold 2 surface nozzles to Kirby Vacuums, both of them for $22.77. One was used and one was new, but the price doesn't really seem to matter. We ended up making some money on them, and they're out the door. Also, we sold another Dirt Devil bag for $23.77. Selling like hotcakes. We also sold another White Mountain puzzle over the weekend that my girl put together. She got it all packaged up nice and pretty for the new buyer, and it's on its way. White Mountain, I Love America. Also, we sold another one of the Young Living essential oils. Before I tell you about that, I should tell you, in case you don't know, smalls are items that we buy and sell for a net profit of under $12. And you might wonder why we want to buy things that we can only make less than $12 on. I'm going to show you here in a few moments, so hang in there. But this Young Living essential oil vanilla blend sold for $20.77. We bought 19 or 20 of these for only $2 a piece. Simple to list, simple to package, and simple to ship. I love simple, and that's why we do these smalls. This is gone and on its way. Now, I love it when a plan comes together, and a plan came together. We had quite a few items in our store that had been here for quite some time, and I marked them all down, and we sold numerous of them. Let me show you what they are. First off are these Donruss baseball cards. I bought these baseball cards for, it was a quarter a pack, I think it was. I ended up spending $4 total. So there's 15 of them, is it? I believe it is. And of the 15, 15 of them. For $9.77 plus the shipping. Marked them down. They needed to go. And fortunately, a viewer of our YouTube channel bought them. His name is Gil. Thanks, Gil, for your purchase. Greatly appreciate you buying from us and greatly appreciate you following our YouTube channel. And Gil, his note said, thanks for the deal. A longtime follower of yours on YouTube. Like you say, live a crazy good day. Enjoy your weekend, buddy. And you enjoy yours also. I'm sure you did. And I'm glad you like our good old live a crazy good day, because that's what we do every day, flipping things on eBay and having a blast. Next up, a Chicago electric power tool reciprocating saw. We've had this thing since last May. Bought it at a garage sale, but that garage sale, this was the last item that we have left from that entire garage sale, and we made well over $400 just from that one individual garage sale. So we sat around on this reciprocating saw long enough. I marked it down to $10.77 plus the shipping, and it sold right away. It's out of here. Next, we sold a license plate, OEM E59. The reason I bought this plate, and it was only $1, bought it at an estate sale, and we made some very, very solid money on that estate sale also. So this, I was tired of it hanging around, marked it at $12.77 plus the shipping for only $1 investment. Not a bad return. And that's the beauty of eBay. You can have stuff sitting around for quite a while and finally just mark them down. You still make some money. It's almost impossible to lose, but we did have a loser, and I'm getting to that in just a few moments. And we also sold a PGA Tour visor. This has been here for a year, and I was quite surprised. It was basically brand new, and it's just a nice looking visor and everything. It took quite some time to sell, but I marked it at $9.77 plus the shipping, and it sold right away. That's what we like. We like to clear things out. We're not collectors, we're resellers. And we cleared out some more hats. The first hat, or the next hat, because we sold a visor, as I showed you. And I might add that I already showed you the item that we lost money on. That was the Donruss baseball cards to Gil. I paid $4 for them. We ended up a negative 51 cents on those cards, but we got $3.49 of our $4 back and put it back in the bank. So if that's the biggest loss I ever have to take on eBay flipping, I'm in. So we sold this Powerade hat. This has been around quite a while now. I bought 2 of these for $1 a piece. The first one sold relatively quickly. This one's been hanging around, so it's gone. Marked her down, got her out of here. And this Red Wings hat. I've bought a couple of these before and they sold relatively quick. This one has not, and it's been hanging around, so I just marked it down also, just like I did the rest of the stuff, and got it out of here. I'd buy this hat again because they're cool hats. It's just a matter of timing. And when you can buy them for $1 a piece, why not let them sit on a shelf for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? Who cares? It's better than putting $1 in the bank. And the last one, Alaska. I will not buy another hat from Alaska. This is the second or third one I bought, and every one of them I had to mark down cheap after setting for so long. Those I'm done with. Detroit Red Wings, I'm in. The beauty of eBay. Those 12 smalls I just showed you, they may not seem like much selling them for that little bit of profit, but when you add the 12 up, the net profit that we made on those was $80.06. I assure you, I do not have 2 hours of time wrapped up in those 12 items. It's probably more like an hour, but just for the sake of example, 2 hours, $80, $40 an hour. You can't beat it. Pretty darn good profit on 12 smalls. It's crazy what you can sell on eBay. And even crazier, the things you can find to sell on eBay. I came across this. I didn't know these things were called dot kits. I did a lot of traveling and everything and had my little shaving case. I didn't have Superman though, but didn't even know they made them. Came across this, it was new with the tags. I bought it for, I think it was $5, maybe $6. I paid for it. And I says, somebody's going to buy that thing. There's some crazy person out there that'll pay me some money for it. The tag was on it for $40 from Kohl's. I listed it for $22.77 plus the $8.23 shipping, and it sold relatively quickly, about 7 to 10 days, I think it was. So you just never know. You got to look up the odd stuff. Anything you see and you think, man, there's got to be some crazy person that'll buy that. And if you want to think crazy, take a look at this one. Now, I want you to know I did not sell this item. I just happened to come across it when I was looking up another model car that wasn't anywhere near as valuable as this. And these old model cars, they can bring some money. I've bought numerous of them over the past 5 years and never ever got this kind of money for it. A 1971 Dodge Charger, 125th scale, promotional model in plum crazy. They had 32 bids on this thing. It sold for $721.99. It's a plastic model car. I couldn't believe it. I just had to share this with you. But good for the seller and great for the buyers because they got 32 bids out there and somebody got it. So you got to be on the lookout for everything and anything. Odd stuff, unusual stuff. Look it up. There's cash just laying there in piles if you'll just take the time. Previous videos, what we sold over the weekend plus more, we are still decluttering the house. We're going through with a fine-tooth comb, and we're taking things out that have been sitting around here for years, and we're getting rid of them. We had a set of Wilson Ultra golf clubs that were Leslie's way back in the day. We've had these probably for 20 years, and we discovered them, and they're going out of here. And we didn't even have to list them on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. Had a good friend of mine that knew I was a reseller and sold a lot of golf clubs, and he gave me a call and says his girlfriend's daughter wants to start golf. Do I have a set? And I says, I sure do. He stopped by and we sold them to him for $75. It's a good buy for him, and we put $75 in our pocket. Decluttering the house can be profitable. That's the beauty of reselling things. You can sell about anything you want from your house, from garage sales, estate sales, and thrift stores. Just pick them up and get them sold. Reselling things to Leslie and I is like a video game. We run around, find this, find that, bring it home, get it listed, and get it sold. It's just a blast. It really, really is. It's just, there's no time for boredom in our retired life doing this part-time, just running around. Let's see what else sold this weekend that we can put cash in our pockets. And stick around to the end. We're going to do that geeky spreadsheet again. You're going to want to see it. We give you all the details, exactly what we make after all the fees and charges and the net profit that we put in our pocket. So stay tuned. Let's take a look at what we sold that were not smalls for this weekend. First off is this very nice Mizuno ladies golf bag. We picked this up at an estate sale during the winter, and I save up the bags over the winter and start listing them now in Southwest Michigan and sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I have about 20 bags listed right now, and this one sold over the weekend. We got $57 for this golf bag. We basically got nothing in it because we bought the bag and the clubs for $25 and we sold the clubs for over $100. So a nice flip for what we paid $25 for. Nice Mizuno ladies golf bag. Gone. We have a thrift store buy. Picked this up on the way home from the post office last week at our local thrift store. Walked in, there it laid, paid $3 plus the tax on it, $3.18, brought it home, listed it immediately. It sold the very same day. We got $21.77 plus the $8.23 shipping. That left us with a net profit after eBay fees and shipping fees of $14.55. That's a 441% return on investment in one day. I love it. Here's what's next. A pair of Keen Newport H2 waterproof sandals. This is about the 5th or 6th pair of these that I've sold in the last 6 to 12 months. And if you find them, pick them up. They sell fast. They don't bring big bucks, but I only paid $7.42 at a thrift store for them. That gave us a net profit after the fees of $15.01. That's a 202% return on our investment. And a pair of Nike Air Max. They may not have sold as fast as the Keens or the soldering gun. They took 195 days to sell. But we picked this up at a Salvation Army thrift store. These shoes were only $6. That's what they had them tagged at. Looked them up, listed them, $41.77 plus the shipping. I had them priced higher, but they didn't sell, and they've been around long enough. So we sold them for the $41.77 plus the $11.58 shipping. That gave us a return of 489% on our money in it was 195 days. I think I said 185 before. That's pretty darn nice return. $31.07 net profit on those. Gotta love it. Now here's the must-see part of this video, the geeky spreadsheet. Let's go. All right, here we go. If you've been here before, you know the program, but probably a lot of you haven't because we're gaining subscribers each and every day, and we love it. Thanks for coming by. This column here is where we purchased the item. This column here is the item that we purchased, the cost or each price that we paid for each item, the average days to sell, the total price that we sold it for each item, how much we charged for them, the cost to ship it, and the eBay fees. I told you, we show you everything. We're going to show you exactly what we make. So let's take a look and see what we made. We sold 13 items, including our decluttering item. And these, they have have zero on them, which this was the declutter item, the irons. We've just had them, so no cost. We sold them that same day that the guy gave me a call. Our cost of what we bought everything for was $39.95 for these items. They're all listed. This column here, as you can see, I told you, we marked some prices down so that we could get this stuff out of here. It's been around too long, and we got the money back in our pocket for what we paid for it, plus what we made after all the fees. The average days to sell, even after all those that are long tail items, 102 on average. The total price we sold everything for was $365.12. Shipping that we charged was $57.17. Our cost to ship everything was $82.22. And the reason it's higher than that amount we charge is because we had free shipping on a lot of this stuff. And the eBay fees were $44.30 to have our stuff advertised worldwide 24 days a week, or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I love that. I think that's inexpensive stuff right there. Our net profit that we put on our pockets, $255.82. I love it just for sitting around the weekend. It was a relatively slow weekend also. We typically can make more money than that, but hey, we're happy with that. Our return on investment average was 640% return by turning $39.95 into $255. That's one heck of a return. And it didn't even take a year to do it, like you'd have to wait in the bank. And you're not going to get anywhere near 640%, I can tell you that. So, $255.82 in our pockets. Gotta love it. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate you stopping by, and live a crazy good day. We'll see you next Monday.